I hope you enjoy my stories. Instead of just clicking thumbs down, please comment and share how we can do better. If you do like our video, then please like and subscribe.
A thunderous racket echoed throughout the room, startling him from his sleep. Hetyoyt rolled over and tried to focus on the clock.
4 a.m. This better be important, he thought, the cobwebs of a cherished dream still blurring reality.
Quickly grabbing a housecoat, but not bothering to put on his slippers, he made his way to open the large door to halt the non-stop knocking. Adeptly, he unlocked all 9 bolts and yanked the door ajar.
Adopting an angry posture, he stared down at his subordinate, crossing his arms as he waited impatiently.
White-faced and sweating Bendole stood there panting, his eyes darting everywhere, avoiding Hetyoyt's gaze. "He's escaped again," he blurted breathlessly. "Trollendot is gone." Anger visibly fumed in Hetyoyt's face. His eyes attached themselves to the frightened man without wavering. He unfolded his arms and leaned further out the doorway until his tainted breath could be felt by his underling. "How long has he been gone?" he inquired easily.
14 minutes and 37 seconds, sir."
Hetyoyt became outwardly agitated, waving his arms in threatening gestures, then pointed directly at Bendole in an accusing manner. "You waited that long to let me know."
"Why was I not notified immediately?" he bellowed. "But sir," he stammered, "all of your communication devices were down. When they failed to reach you, they summoned me." He continued in a subdued voice as he backed away. "I've only known about this for a few minutes, and I immediately implemented the planned procedures." Clearly rattled, he sucked in a deep breath and his voice rose in fear. "I ran every step of the way here, sir."
He attempted to step in closer to his boss.
However, as he lifted his foot to move, Hetyoyt's "how dare you" stare froze him in motion.
"Damn it, Bendole. Send out a search party immediately. We must locate him as fast as possible."
Still trying to look at his feet, Bendole said as quietly as possible, "A general search has already begun."
"I did so immediately as I made my way here." He summoned up the courage to look his boss in the eye and felt like vomiting as he made contact. He knew Hetyoyt's anger was boiling. He knew he'd be even harder on him if he failed to make eye contact as he delivered the rest of the news due to its disturbing content. With his eyes temporarily fixed on Hetyoyt, he winced and went on. "There's more to report, sir."
The 2 android guards were found sitting on the ground in front of the empty room, singing some strange type of children's nursery rhyme.
"I've been informed that so far, nobody has recognized the words or the origin of the rhyme." A smile crept over his face as he mulled over the news.
Bendole doubted the smile was for him and backed away to put a little more distance between them, afraid of being struck. "Ah, a rhyme of sorts, that must be the clue he wants us to have."
"He always leaves an annoying damn clue," Hetyoyt said, stepping through the door, closing it firmly behind them. "We need to get up to operations right now. I'll get dressed later. You can send somebody to acquire some clothing for me afterward." Hetyoyt's feet made slapping sounds that echoed through the emptiness of the hallway as they rushed to the north side of the building. The operations center was a hive of activity. Androids and a few humans worked in harmony, seemingly to move in a complicated rhythmic dance. Hetyoyt entered the large room with Bendole following close at his heels.
"I want a status report now," Hetyoyt bellowed, getting everyone's attention and causing a scurrying of motion in all directions.
2 androids with stacks of papers in their outstretched arms approached and nodded at him, offering him the paperwork. Accepting the large stack, Hetyoyt said to Bendole, "Send someone for a set of my clothes."
"Remember my glasses. You know I can't read without them."
Bendole nodded and quietly spoke to someone using a communicator, then returned his attention back to Hetyoyt. He peered around the room, looking for a particular individual.
Finally, he spotted the technician he was looking for and waved him over.
The technician, a frail man, tried to look away from them, then sighed. Accepting his fate, he made his way over to where they stood near the entrance and gave them a verbal report. He did not look at either of them directly. His eyes were busy, distracted by all the commotion going on around them, and glad to have it that way.
"This is what we know up to now. There's no signature trace for his ship in this universe. We don't know how he escaped or how he got his ship out of dry dock.
All his supplies had been removed from his ship, including all power sources.
The 2 androids that were brought to us remain an enigma. We cannot decipher what we believe is a nursery rhyme as of yet, nor how they were reprogrammed to produce it.
All their memory banks have been scrubbed. Various search teams are now scanning other universes to see if we can locate him, he said in a sing-song sort of voice. Hetyoyt looked at him unkindly, snorted at him, then turned his attention back to Bendole.
Looking directly at him, he said, "What about the damn surveillance?"
"What do you have?" Bendole took 2 steps back and gestured at a couple of the large view screens.
They clearly displayed Trollendat, sitting in his chair, apparently talking to himself.
"I've been assured that what you're seeing is absolutely impossible. The technicians told me it's not possible to break into the feed.
It's 100% secure.
They can't figure out how he did it." "You damn fool, that's a live feed from his ship."
He turned and pointed at the technician. "You tracked that damn signal now."
Bendole stared at the viewing screens as they suddenly went blank. "How's that bastard doing this?"
Hetyoyt inquired venomously.
He was visibly agitated and beginning to vibrate as he returned his attention to Bendole. "I don't want a single word leaked to the media.
"I want the government on lockdown. I want answers, and I want them within 30 minutes, he growled.
"It's too late for that, it seems. He made that announcement himself," Bendole whispered humbly. "If you had let me dismantle his ship, as I requested, sir, he wouldn't have been able to escape."
"You know better than that."
"You know, we cannot to ship apart. Personal property rules and the law go hand in hand."
"If we had taken his ship apart, as you suggested, the opposition would have a field day with us. No, we can only do what we can do and strive to limit the consequences."
"This isn't my fault, nor is it yours. The singular person to blame here is Trollendat."
"Mark my words, we will find him again. Now, Bendole, I want you to head up operations."
"Take out the search ships and locate that bastard."
Bendole looked away and stammered, "I think I'd do better serving as an administrator here. Remember last time how quickly Yazit, the man I assigned the task, was able to locate him?"
"We should assign him again. I have no clue as to his methods, but I do know they work. I think we should put him in command of the search operation in space, sir." Not caring at all about the officer's discomfort, he forced Bendole to look him in the eye. "If you think that this will resolve quickly using your man, then we'll do it your way for now. Where the hell are my damn clothes?" The ship blinked into existence. Inside, Trollendat sat in a comfortable chair with all the screens lit up. A silvery gray, faceless, nameless android stood beside him.
"Are you going to follow my advice this time?" it queried.
Trollendat looked up at the android and smiled a wide grin.
"I always listen to your advice," he mocked. "Sometimes my opinion differs from yours is all."
"What's our status?" "We've left false signatures in 14 universes.
"Our current destination is only known to you. Presently we are stopped awaiting further instructions," it said in a boring monotone voice. The faceless android noticed a change on one of the monitors, and quickly tapped a few commands on the keypad. "That makes me the captain," Trollendat joked, unable to resist annoying the android.
"You are not the captain. This ship requires no captain. It is fully automated and under computer control."
"I doubt if you could currently make it start, let alone drive it in any way," it sarcastically responded.
"You have to learn to understand when I'm joking with you."
"Get a humor program already," Trollendat laughed. "According to you, everything you say is funny in some way. It rarely is."
"I do, however, understand humor."
"I've been programmed to understand it," it said with authority.
"Yes, you are very different from the other androids on board. That was on purpose.
"It took many resources to modify you."
See, look, you can even be angry with me."
"The others are mindless, but you are my nemesis," JON shot back, barely withholding his laughter.
The android simply remained silent, refusing to be drawn into the same old argument again.
Instead, it stared at the view screens and watched the other androids go about their tasks, ignoring him.
"I think I need a new name."
"What do you think about JON?" "That is not your name." "Your name is Trollendat," the android stated. Ah, come on, we have the same argument every time I want to change my name.
Why do you find it so difficult to accept the concept?
Why do you need a new name?
You have never given me one, and that doesn't bother me. You just seem to like to add confusion to every situation? Trollandat exploded into laughter. Well, that settles it. You can call me John. You act like a child. If you were an android, you would have been deemed defective, and I personally would supervise your disassembly. You have escaped once again, but for how long?
If you let me handle things my way, you would never be brought back.
Look at the things you do.
You once again left them a clue. You sent a live feed out from the ship so they could see you gloat.
This will be the last time I help you get away. The android stated with finality. I doubt that you mean that. Most of the time you act like my mother or wife.
For all your complaining, that means you care about me.
Trollandat stated as he chuckled and then continued. How long until we arrive at our destination? Well, Joan, that really all depends.
For all I know, we are already here and this is the destination.
Have you forgotten that you failed to give me a destination? The android shot back sarcastically. Trollandat almost fell out of his chair. He was laughing so hard.
After almost recovering from his fit, he casually offered a slip of paper to the android. Take me there. And by the way, thanks for remembering my name.
Yes, Your Highness, right away, sir. I'll get right on that right after I finish lunch, the android stated condescendingly.
I'm serious. Trollandat John, or whatever you want to call yourself this week.
I spent 2 years in Edeptly storage, waiting impatiently for you to put together your master plan, and I'm not going to do it again. You get caught this time, you're on your own. I'll simply put on a biosuit and disappear. Do you have any idea how boring it is to spend 2 years inside something about the same size as a closet? The other androids didn't seem to mind. Trollandat suggested in his defense.
You have already pointed out that I'm not like the other androids. They just shut down, and you know damn well I'm incapable of that.
The android stated somewhat sadly. Okay, I'm sorry for the hardship you experienced.
And if it makes you feel any better at all, this will probably be my last escape, and if it doesn't go well, I'll accept my punishment as a man.
You can then be free to choose to do whatever you want, but in the meantime, let's have a little fun.
I think you'll really like the destination I've chosen.
Trollandat stated with all the sincerity you could muster.
We'll see, John. That seems extremely similar to what you promised me last time. Well, I'm a changed man, and that is probably your fault. Trollandat laughed softly.
I would like to thank you for watching the video to the end. To encourage us to make more videos, please like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Check out this other video if you haven't already.